Hey there, guys. This is I'm John here. I'm back again for another wrestling video here. No wrestling podcast this week due to Matt having some other things going on this week. But I figured that I should at least give you a video for this week's AEW Dynamite. Just a like reminder for tomorrow. Episode 75 of our podcast is going to be on the channel at 3 p.m. Eastern. Going to be talking episodes 1 and 2 of of WandaVision. Going to be talking NFL. Um, we threw in some Undertaker and like Joe Rogan talk, and we also talked a little bit of baseball as well. So yeah, make sure that you guys stay tuned for that. Now, as far as this show is concerned, not going to lie to you guys, this show was absolutely terrible. Um, there was maybe like one or two things I kind of liked from Dynamite this week. It was just a whole lot of just bad this week, and I'll preface by saying this: just because a show is bad does not mean that the company is terrible. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be quit. That I'm going to like quit watching or anything. Sometimes you're going to have shows like these that were just absolute just stinkers. And that was tonight's show. Just a whole bunch of crap. And for 2 hours. So let's get right into it. So the show kicked off. Where we had a celebration of Negative One's birthday, better known as Brody Lee Jr. They were celebrating his birthday today. Had a like mini segment with the Dark Order and Chaos Project, and a segment there, and so there was that. I'll say this. I will never ever criticize anything involving Brody's family. I just don't think that's like the right thing to really say, especially to for everything that this company has done for that family. You just continue just to be blown away by by how awesome that Tony Khan and AEW have done everything for for or like John Huber's family. So I mean that can't be that can't that cannot be said enough here. And me buying this like this Brody Lee shirt was by far the easiest purchase I've ever had to make there. But then we lead in with an eight-man tag, which the whole thing going on here was we were trying to find out whether Hangman Page was going to be part of, of the Dark Order. So Dark Order, they win. Not surprisingly, and so like after the match, John Silver, he's pretty much is just begging and doing everything he can to get Adam Hangman Page to come and join with the Dark Order. And they have a special Titantron set up. They have all kinds of celebrations of I think they had a Cowboys or something coming out too, but it turns out with Hangman, he said no, and therefore it was this really awkward thing. And Hangman said, "You know what? I have I have done the group thing before, and it didn't end well. So he basically leaves and grabs the bottle of Jack Daniels, and there was that. So honestly, this wasn't too bad compared to everything else on the show, but that just kind of just shows you just how bad that things truly were on this show tonight. Then we had a backstage segment with Alex Marbus, who was a very busy man tonight. He had a mini segment MJF and Chris Jericho building up for the triple threat tag team main event tonight of the Inner Circle. So that was okay. And then this leads into Tony Schiavone interview or being in the ring with Darby Allin and and Sting. So pretty much this was billed as Sting giving Darby his props here for retaining his title against against Brian Cage. But this doesn't exactly go all too long, because eventually Taz gets on the Titantron, and pretty much is just I'm sick of it's just sick of him Sting getting involved, and he says we should take this to the streets. And so eventually we're going to be getting a like street fight between, I think it's Brian Cage and like and Ricky Starks versus Darby Allin and Sting, and it looks like that's going to be taking place at like Revolution, which apparently it might be not happening until the first week of March now. So we should find out something soon about that. Um but um but there's been all kinds of talk about this announcement that of Sting having his first match, and I gotta say I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to book around this. Because obviously, as you guys know, Sting is 61, has spinal stenosis, so he can't really take any bumps whatsoever. But at least here they can kind of protect him. I don't expect him to do anything crazy. I think that they're going to be absolutely careful, and I have zero doubt that this will happen. We'll see how it goes, but I completely understand a lot of people being wary of him getting back in, in the ring. So I completely understand it. And then we get Matt and like Nick Jackson showing up at Kenny's house, where they find out Kenny isn't there. And then and Alex Marvez is there as well. And everyone is searching for Kenny, and then pops up Don Callis, and the first thing we get to in his living room is this most awkward painting of Don Callis and Kenny Omega that is going to be etched in my mind till who knows when. But so this eventually leads to a very heated discussion argument with Don Callis um, and the Bucks. And Don Callis is basically is just trying to like buy these guys off and to just basically get out of Kenny's life. And like eventually, Matt and Nick get really heated. They just tear up the checks, and then they pretty much paid up Callis, even though they never actually showed it on camera. So definitely looks like that we're going to be having Kenny and the Bucks on opposite sides. So I'm very interested to see where this goes, and I gotta commend Don Callis. He was awesome here. He was one of the few really good spots about the show. Just the man is just a freaking natural heel, man. Just it's saying something when you're that good that you make me want to have the Bucks just hit the crap out of you. So I really commend him for that there. So then we lead into Cody Rhodes versus Peter Avalon. Yeah, this sucked. And it made no goddamn sense. So pretty much the match is going on, and for whatever reason, we have Jade Cargill come out. So she provides a small distraction there, and her whole thing has been, hey, give me someone to face, give me someone to actually wrestle. Um, which that has been kind of building up. So then, via the distraction, Peter Avalon kicks Kenny in the freaking balls, and then for some reason this match goes on for 10 freaking minutes at least. I lost count, and like I just and people were saying, oh well, he's been winning matches on Dark, so it makes sense. I'm like, guys, like the few times that Peter has been on TV, and I'm sorry, like there's just too little people who actually watch AEW Dark. Like it's no excuse. This was terrible. The booking just made zero sense, and if anything, it just made Cody look like a complete dweeb here. So eventually, mercifully, Cody he finally wins. I hated the this match again. Just made zero sense, and it's just this company in squash matches. I swear they are just awful at. It's like, guys, not everyone should have a competitive freaking match, especially when you're talking about Cody, who's lost I think like 3 matches total, and since he's been signed with AEW. So like enough of this stupid crap. So we also got announced that he is going to be having a confrontation with Shaq for next week. So I'm guessing we're probably going to be getting some progression there. I don't expect Shaq to get in the ring, but I do think that we'll finally get some progression here. I do think though that that with Brandy getting pregnant, that it kind of probably threw things off here, but needless to say, I'm not exactly looking forward to what's going on there. Then we get a backstage segment with FTR and Tully, talking about the tag team titles, and then eventually we have like Jurassic Express confront them, and this the whole point of this is to book a singles match next week between Jungle Boy versus Dax Hardwood. So that's going to be happening next week on Dynamite. Then we have a match between like John Moxley versus Nick Camarato. I believe that's how you spell his name, and this is his Dynamite debut here. Again, and I'll preface by saying this: Nick has a very cool look. He definitely has something that I think that he could definitely offer this company. That being said, why was John why was John Moxley selling so much in this match? It made no sense to me. Like, guys, this man was champion for what, 8, 9, or 10 months? Why is he selling for a guy who hasn't won a single match? No, he didn't even win a single match on freaking Dark. So why is Moxley selling for him here? Like, this match should have been 2 minutes long. Moxley runs right through him, and that's it. But no, like they had to get their shit in here, which it just makes no sense and just makes Moxley look stupid. So I think that this company really needs to understand, if they're going to book guys from Dark, they need to have a reason to be able to get this offense in. You just can't throw in guys just blind like this cold. Expect fans to just just to accept that, and this is a valid reason to criticize this company for. It makes Moxley look dumb. So yeah, obviously Mox wins, and then he had a promo after the match, it just pretty much building up to just building up his feud with Kenny. So yeah, we'll hopefully get some more progression out of that. There, then we get a backstage segment with Eddie Kingston, where Dasha announced for next week it's going to be Lance Archer versus Eddie Kingston, which I cannot wait for this. And then eventually we have the Murder Hawk and Jake Roberts confront them. This was pretty good here. Pretty much anything involving Eddie Kingston here is going to be pretty good. Um, just he has a different type of segment from everyone else in the company, and this has the potential to be some pretty good shit here. So I'm looking forward to that. Then we are backstage again. Alex Marvez, he's trying to get a comment from Kenny the Bucks showing up at his house. Then eventually, Don Callis and Kenny meet, and Kenny sees Don's face is completely messed up, and Don says, "Oh, I'm mad, and and, and like Nick did this." Yeah, things are getting more and more physical, more and more heated. Um, and I believe actually that we're having a six-man tag and a beach break between the Good Brothers and Kenny versus John Moxley and the Bucks. I think that was right. I think. I could be or yeah, can't recall that exactly, um but yeah. So then we have a match between like Matt Hardy and Private Party versus Matt Sydal and Top Flight. And I gotta be completely honest, guys. Do not give a single crap about this match. It 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 was just there. However, after the match is what I was particularly happy about and interested in. Matt Obviously Matt Hardy and Private Party win, but Isaiah Cassie provides some interference to give to or he I think he throws a, a steel chair at one of the guys of Top Flight and giving Private Party the like 1 2 3 here, and subsequently Private Party turns heel, and I love this. I'm glad that they finally pull the trigger here, and like weren't doing the whole like stupid babyface thing with these guys. As like you guys know, they are going to be challenging for the Impact Tag Team Championships um over on Impact. So I felt like that this made a lot of sense as far as their characters being linked with like Matt Hardy. So I'm really interested to see how these guys are going to be as heels here. So that has the potential to be pretty good. So that part was good. And then we have MJF backstage with the rest of the inner circle, and he's like, "Hey guys, I I he was just trying to say, hey, let's just get this over with, and whatever happens, we're gonna be a family." So yeah, there was that, and then we had a like women's match. Penelope Ford versus legit Layla Hirsch again, and similar thing with the women here. Just did not give a crap about this match. But we did get announced I believe it's going to be a 16 women eliminator tournament to determine who's going to be facing Hikaru Shida. I think that's going to be to determine who will face her at Revolution, and it looks like that we're going to be having some like Joshi women back, which I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that, because to be perfectly honest, outside of Shida, none of the other women really impressed me too much, but we'll see how that goes. But as this match was concerned, the whole story was um, Chuck Taylor, who is now known as Charles Taylor, since he is now Miro's butler now. So obviously Penelope, she wins via distraction, but it's just, yep, just didn't care. And after the match, we had like Miro force first. We had like Miro force Charles to say, "Orange Cassidy, you are no longer or he said like Miro is now my best friend. So like, who cares?" That's pretty much how I that's pretty much what I thought there. Then we are backstage once again, and Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson are seen beating up Pentagon Junior. So that happened. Oh, and it was announced for next week. Um, just John Moxley, Pac, and Ray Phoenix are facing. I believe they are facing Kenny and the Good Brothers. So like that is what's official for next week. Then it's time for the main event. A triple threat match: Ortiz and Santana versus Chris Jericho, and MJF versus Sammy and Jake Hager. This was okay. Nothing terrible. Here. Just the most important thing that happened in this match. Obviously MJF, he grabs Sammy's tights to make sure that he has a pinfall here. You could just tell at the end he was really showing anger and frustration at the end of this. So you gotta wonder how much longer him and Sammy are going to stand each other before they just kill each other here. And I'm kind of am just waiting for MJF to basically just take complete control of the inner circle, because and I've been saying this on Twitter every single week. MJF is getting more and more influence and more trust in that group. And man, I gotta say, in this match, it was really disheartening for me to see Chris Jericho can't even do a freaking lion salt now. It's just, man, Chris, I love you, man, but it's time for you to hang him up. Like, please, just do that. Like, or just limit your appearances in in matches, because it's it's been not good. So yeah, guys. Overall, this show it wasn't great. Like, it's just my standards of this show are just so vastly different from every other show that I watch, that I expect better. And we just didn't get that this week. Just and mainly with those two singles matches, more specifically, with Cody and like John Moxley. They just weren't good. They were just really brought the show down. So hopefully, so hopefully next week we get a better show, which at least on paper it looks a lot better. So yeah, we shall see. So yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure that you guys follow us on Twitter at MJ make a podcast. I will be on that account tonight, tweeting along for SmackDown. So yeah. Until then, I shall see you guys later. Mhm.